The legislative session starts next week, and local lawmakers are talking about their priorities. DFL Senator Ann Rest of New Hope told Mike Johnson the state should help fund the replacement of the New Hope pool because it's an important regional asset.
New Hope has a proposal to ask the state to participate in what we believe as a regional asset, not used just by families in New Hope, but in the region for a 50-meter pool rather than a 25-yard pool. Where swim meets can occur, where swimmers can be trained to do things like go to the Olympics. And we've been successful in that in the old pool, but now it's going to be replaced because that's where the City Hall is going to go. So we think that the Senate Bonding Committee looked very favorably on our proposal. They came for a visit. We had testimony from the coach of the swim team, and we see that as part of a larger bonding bill that we think is necessary to pass this year as well.
What about that larger bill overall? The governor's asking $1.5 billion. There's going to be a lot of discussion about the size.
He's asked for $1.5 billion. It has, which includes no judgment about any of the regional projects, to say nothing of purely local projects, which ours is not. And as is the case in every year that we have a bonding bill, there's going to be a lot of negotiations. A lot of what the governor proposed is repair and maintenance of our major public buildings, usually at universities. We also are very interested in other kinds of infrastructure projects. I'm working with Senator Anderson in Plymouth about the bridge over 494 and Rockford Roads.
One important decision that will have to be made is how to conform Minnesota tax law with the federal tax bill that passed back in December. A lot of discussion on that one. And do we lose money? Do we gain money? How does that work?
Well, if we have three choices. We can do nothing, and Minnesotans will neither gain nor lose in general any benefit or harm from that tax bill, except it would be extremely difficult for them to calculate and fill out their forms because they would be doing it with an old law. Secondly, we could just conform fully and do nothing else. That would bring over $800 million into Minnesota's taxes because there would be a higher base on which the taxes were imposed. Or thirdly, and as an approach that I favor, we would certainly conform, but we would make changes in Minnesota's policies so that Minnesota taxpayers would not be harmed.